Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to my FIFA 19 Liverpool career mode. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to say a huge big thank you for the love and support on the channel. And as always, guys, you know this series by now. We're always going to recap on the previous episode at the start of the next episode. So as we go over to the calendar, something a little bit different. I normally just sit there, talk you guys through what the scores were. But from now on, we're going to go over to the calendar. We're going to take a look at the previous episode results, and then we're also going to look at the games in today's episode. So as we go up to the top left, our first game in the group stages of the pre-season was against Real Madrid. It was a game that I decided to simulate, and as you can see, we managed to beat Real Madrid 2-1. Now, the plan was, at the time, we only had 3 games in pre-season. Real Madrid, Al Ittihad, and Barcelona. Regardless of what the outcome of those 3 games were going to be, would define whether we go through to the semi-finals or not. And then when we get through to the semi-finals, depending on what happens in that game, whether we're going to get through to the final or not. So the 3 games were Real Madrid, Al Ittihad, I can't even remember how you pronounce it. Al Ittihad, I think that's how we're going to go. So we decided the Real Madrid game and the game against Al Ittihad, we were going to simulate. If we won the Real Madrid game, we'd simulate this game, and then we'd play the Barcelona to guarantee we get through. But because we beat Real Madrid 2-1 and we also beat Al Ittihad 2-1, it means we had 6 points and we were joint top in the pre-season league in our group with 6 points with Barcelona, which meant no matter what happened in the game against Barcelona, it was us and Barca that were going through to the semi-finals no matter what, because Real Madrid could only get 3 points and Al Ittihad could only get 3 points at a maximum. So I decided to simulate the game against Barcelona to give us a better chance in pre-season to then play the semi-finals and the final for the 2 games that we were going to actually play and not simulate in the previous episode. So we simulated the Barca game, and lo and behold, we beat them 4-0. They left it very late on, like Real Madrid, till they started bringing the big guns on to try and do something. But we beat them 4-0. And I have to say, throughout this whole tournament, the Asian Elite Cup pre-season, Naby Keita was an absolutely unbelievable player. Played so well for us, scored so many goals, and even managed to get an assist or 2. But then we'd gone through the pre-season. We won all 3 games. We got the maximum points of 9 points that we could in the pre-season group. And then we were facing off against the Italian team Juventus in the semi-finals. We played this game because it was our first game playing, and it was our first game being played on ultimate difficulty. If you guys haven't watched the previous episode, definitely go and give it a watch, because we've now changed the difficulty from world class in season 1. We went to legendary in season 2, and now for season 3 we're on ultimate. But surprise, surprise, we killed them off and beat them 6-0. We absolutely smashed Juventus, but I will say they certainly didn't play an A team and turn up on the day. It was very B/C team, very young players in there. Again, didn't bring the likes of Ronaldo, Dybala, Cancelo. Didn't bring them on until the 60th, 70th minute, and by then we were already 4-0 up, so it was too late, and we did go on to beat Juventus 6-0. And then we come up against the French giants, PSG, in the final of the Asian Elite Cup, and it was a difficult one. We scored, they scored, we scored, they scored. Neymar scored 2, and it was 2-2. We get a free kick in around the 85th or 86th minute, and we've got the new man that joined us from Barcelona. He's come home to Liverpool. We have Philippe Coutinho standing over the ball on the edge of the box. All goes in slow motion. 86 minutes in, whip a ball over the wall, and only Philippe Coutinho goes and puts it in the top left corner, scores that 3rd goal for us, and then we hold out for the rest of the game to beat PSG 3-2 and lift the Asian Elite Cup. So already after just our first episode back in season 3, episode 71, we bagged our first piece of silverware. And now in today's episode, episode 72, we can potentially bag another piece, or another 2 pieces, should I say, of silverware. We have up next Arsenal in the FA Community Shield. Now, I did announce in the previous episode, you guys might have missed it, but every episode going forwards now in season 3 at Liverpool, I'm going to be playing 3 games per episode. 2 of them are going to be played, 1 of them is going to be simulated. So you can see in today's episode we have Arsenal in the FA Community Shield, which I will be playing. We then have Burnley in the Premier League for our first Premier League game, which I will be simulating. And then we have Bayern Munich in the UEFA Super Cup, which of course I will be playing. So potentially in today's episode, in the previous one we just left the Asian Elite Cup, and in today's episode we might be about to do the FA Community Shield and the UEFA Super Cup. So already after 2 episodes back to season 3, we may well have 3 extra pieces of silverware. Unfortunately, I'm recording this now 10 minutes before episode 71 is going live. So it is 10 to 7 right now, and in 10 minutes time, episode 71, the first episode back to season 3, is going live on YouTube. We talked in that episode about things like contracts, transfers, fan objectives. Now you guys are going to be watching this episode thinking, well, Brad, we left comments and stuff, none of it was included. The reason for that, guys, is because I am recording this before the video's gone live. So on that episode 71, if you've left ideas for fan objectives or transfers or anything like that, I will include them in episode 73. But my choice was to sit down and give you guys another episode, or wait, see what you guys were going to say tomorrow, look through the comments, and then record tomorrow, and then look at your comments about fan objectives and contracts and transfers and stuff like that. But what I can confirm is I did do the majority of the contracts. You guys know that there was a few players that only had 1 year left on their contract. We still have Karius, Bailey, Declan Evans, and Phillips. Now we're looking at moving Phillips on, so that's not a problem. Evans is out on loan. It doesn't matter too much if we want to bring him back or not. Bailey, I tried to actually do a contract renewal for Bailey, but he wasn't too happy, and now the player is currently not available for contract renegotiation. And then Loris Karius, we are looking at putting out. We're looking to sell him, and we have had a transfer in for him. So if we jump over to the office, I think it was Inter Milan coming at 12.5 million. I've asked for, I think, 14 maybe. We're still waiting to hear back from Inter Milan, but we have agreed 2 sales off camera. Obviously, I said to you guys, I'm going to do a lot of stuff off camera so you guys don't have to watch it. But we have had now a deal agreement for Solanke. Southampton have agreed to pay 14.8 million for Dominic Solanke. I think I'm going to accept that. Realistically, we have had an offer in there for Danny Ings, and I am probably going to look at selling Danny Ings, but Dominic Solanke, I don't see him, considering we are retiring at the end of the season, I don't see him getting into the team. Now, the flip side with Danny Ings is Stoke are willing to pay 18 million. Now, what I was thinking is, well, we could keep Danny Ings, and then we'll have in like the Premier League, the Champions League, the UEFA Super Cup, big games like that. We'll play the likes of Bobby and Timo Werner, who has recently joined us in Season 3. And then for games like the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, we'll play Danny Ings. But then I realised we've also got Anderson Talisca who can play there. So I'm a little bit hit and miss with Danny Ings. 18 million is a great offer considering he's only worth 9. But we don't really need the money. Do we need the player more than the money? I'm not really sure. So, you know what? I'm just going to make the decision, guys. I'm going to accept the offer from Stoke City for Danny Ings. 18 million, double the value that he's currently valued at. I think that's a no-brainer. He has to go. And we definitely don't need him. And we may well buy another striker because we have got, by the time these sales go through, we'll have over £450 million in the transfer budget. So no difficulties there when it comes to money. And now up next, we have to advance to the Arsenal game. But as I was saying, guys, you are watching episode 71 in the next, 5-6 minutes. You'll be watching it. And I'm already recording this video, so that's where it becomes a bit difficult. So if you have left a comment about contracts or transfers or fan objectives, do not worry. I will include it in episode 72 that I record tomorrow. So the videos had for 24 hours for you guys to leave comments about what you'd like to do. So we've picked up a training injury for Trent. He's out for 2 days. That's not too bad. And we've had an offer in for Karius, 12.8 million from Huddersfield for 12.8. So I'm asking for 15.8 from Inter. Let's go ahead and let's delegate and do the same here. So we'll bring this down to, and if I get 15.5, take that up to 13. I think I've done the same for Inter Milan, the least of 13 million, and I am happy to sell Karius. Realistically, we've got unbelievable keepers, young keepers coming through the rankings. We definitely don't need Karius at the team at the moment. So agreement sale, there we go. Inter are willing to pay 15.8 million for Karius, so we will go ahead now. And click into that and accept it from Inter Milan. Hopefully that goes through nice and quick. Transfer offer in for Phillips. We go ahead and accept that. We are looking at offloading him, so no problem there. And Virtue Thick's transfer talks have broken down with FC Emmen from the Eredivisie. Of course they have. But here we are, guys. We've advanced all the way now to the Arsenal game. We're playing in the FA Community Shield. Hopeful that we're going to pick up another piece of silverware early on into Season 3. And I cannot stress, guys, if you are thinking, Brad, why are you not talking about contracts, transfers, fan objectives? Why is it all just based around gameplay today? Like I said, guys, it's because the video hasn't gone live yet, so I haven't got any comments to actually look at. And I can only apologise over that. But I'd rather get a video recorded and out for you guys tomorrow, and then record another one tomorrow, and look back at episode 71 at the comments. But the lineup we are putting out against Arsenal, well, it's the usual strong starting 11 you see game in and game out, apart from Trent. We're now going to have to take Trent. I didn't realise Trent is still out, so we'll just drop him off for Semedo. And then we'll bring... Let's just bring Anderson Talisca in there. So, I thought it had been 2 days and I thought he was back fit. So apart from Trent at right back, it's the usual strong starting 11. We've got Sadio Mane out on the left wing, Roberto Firmino at striker, Salah out on the right wing, Gino Wijnaldum linking up with Naby Keita in the central midfield roles. We've got Fabinho a little deeper in the central defensive midfield, and then Robertson and Van Dijk, Gomez and Semedo at the back, with Alisson between the sticks. Now, you guys have got to remember, as we go quickly over to the settings, we are playing on the difficulty Ultimate. So there may be times where we're playing really well and we're not struggling and we're absolutely smashing teams like we did against Juventus 6-0. And then we come up against the likes of PSG and it's 3-2 and it's a lot more of a difficult game. The same could happen in today's episode against Arsenal or Bayern. And obviously the Burnley game we will be simulating, so it is out of my hands. But we are at Wembley Stadium, about to kick off against Arsenal. Let's get it underway and let's see if we can be lifting the FA Community Shield in 90 minutes time. Well, we're still yet to kick off the Premier League, but we've had some difficult games so far pre-season. Real Madrid, Barcelona, Juventus, PSG. And now our first game after pre-season is against Arsenal at Wembley for the FA Community Shield. We're playing an ultimate difficulty, and I think starting to play the English sides like Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United, Manchester City, Spurs, that will show us how difficult Ultimate is going to be. But I'm looking forward to getting into this game. We've got a strong squad, we've got plenty of goals in the tank. Naby Keita is on fire at the moment and hopefully can continue that in today's episode. But Bobby Firmino is going to be the man to kick us off in this first half period. Let's get it underway. Let's see what damage we can do. Naby Keita. Gino Wijnaldum, Bobby, back through to Gini now, onto the right foot, looks to bend the one, oh, just wide of goal. Just wide of goal, the Red Men are on fire right now, lots of power going forwards, lots of pace. Salah going over now to Gino Wijnaldum, Gini going to look at putting Mane in behind, and we have got a free kick there, but I'm going to keep going with Mane, onto that right foot, looks to bend the one, Leonard was there, Bobby to chase it up, no, it's come back to Mane, it's cleared away. Fabinho straight up now to Mane, Salah. Fabinho, bit of space, looks to hit on one, big save there from Leno, and palmed away, but it is going to be kept in by Arsenal with Lodiero. Naby Keita, up to Salah, Salah looks at dancing now, here goes Mohamed Salah. Salah cuts back, referee, Kolasinac does get the ball actually, so I'll take that back, play it inside now to Semedo, Semedo the ball in, into the middle, and Sadio Mane's there. Well, the little man on the left wing, Sadio Mane, doesn't usually score a lot of headers. But in the 29th minute, he does just that against Arsenal. Beautiful ball in there. First of all, Salah's ball there to Semedo, who takes it first time in onto the penalty spot. And the fact that Mane jumps and gets above the defender to head that ball over the top of Leno, out of the reach of him. It's within inches of it, and the crossbar comes under the bar just in time and ends up in the back of the net. And we are 1-0 up in the 30th minute against Arsenal. Playing it back now, lads. No pressure here. Virgil van Dijk out wide to Robertson. Robertson on the inside now to Gino Wijnaldum. Fabinho. We're pushing forwards now. Let's go out wide to Salah. Beautiful. Salah going to look at getting in behind now. Here goes Mo Salah. Cutting it back. I've got no options. Let's try and play it into Bobby. Bobby to the edge of the box to Gini. Going back to Bobby. Oh, I've messed it up a little bit now. Don't know if we're going to get through. Gino Wijnaldum. Let's fly. Let's go Salah. Chase that down. And Kolasinac has managed to keep that in. Let's go Salah. Picks it up, Tielemans with a bad pass, Ozil's back on it, plays it up to Lacazette, played it back now to Tielemans, and as the ball is played back from Lacazette to Tielemans, the referee does blow for half-time at the Wembley Stadium. I have to say, considering we are only 1-0 up, you can see there from the stats, we have absolutely killed off Arsenal. Honestly, I don't know what it is, but I feel like it was more difficult, and I think this happened on FIFA 17, it was a bit of a glitch. If you were on Legendary, everyone said it seemed easier on Legendary than World Class. And I have to be honest, so far that's how it's feeling right now. Legendary felt a lot more difficult than Ultimate Difficulty. But you know what? 11 shots, 6 on target. We're playing very well. Both teams having 50% of the ball. I have no reason to change. And I have to say right now, guys, if we do not make a signing in Season 3, I don't think I'm going to be that fussed. Because the team that we have built, the depth that we have given to this team, And the way we're playing is absolutely unbelievable. And as a manager, I could not be happier with the squad I have. But it is going to be Arsenal to kick us off in this second half. Let's get it underway. And let's see if we can score another. Fabinho into the middle now for Gino Wijnaldum. Straight through now to Naby Keita. Naby Keita in to Bobby Firmino. Bobby Firmino trying to play it back, but it's going to go to Gino Wijnaldum. Fabinho. Mane through now to Gino Wijnaldum. Gino Wijnaldum waiting for Naby Keita to get forwards. Play it back in now to Gino Wijnaldum. Gino Wijnaldum gets a shot off. And Leno with a massive save in the 73rd minute has put it out for a Liverpool corner. And I will now look at making some changes. Mane is going to make his way to the bench for... Do I bring Junior on there? See, this is why I'm playing Shaqiri and Junior on the bench. I need to stop that. I need to drop Shaqiri because Junior prefers playing out on the right wing. And then we play Sessegnon at the left wing. But I'm going to bring Junior on at the left wing for Mane. I'm then going to bring Coutinho on for Gino Wijnaldum. And then I think Anderson Talisca. No, we're going to go the Ox, in fact, for Naby Keita. I think that is the best play for me there. So they are going to be the subs. And we have got a corner on the 73rd minute. Let's look for Virgil van Dijk. Can Van Dijk get his head on this one? Nice ball in now. Van Dijk, great position. Van Dijk's there, flicks it on. It's just by the goal. Bit of pace on this left wing now from Junior. Sadio Mane got plenty of pace, but was looking a little bit tired coming to the end of that game. The Ox has picked that one up and played it straight through now to Salah. Salah going to cut it back and play it on the inside now to the Ox. Here goes the Ox playing it forwards now to Philippe Coutinho. Coutinho through a goal. It's 2-0. And once again, it is Philippe Coutinho to give us that little bit of safety and security. And I also forgot to mention, guys, I have changed Philippe Coutinho from number 32 to Lallana's ex-number, number 20. You've got to remember what a run there from Philippe Coutinho. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and Philippe Coutinho getting the goal and assist. The two subs that are just brought on. And against PSG, when we were 85 minutes in and only 2-2 at the scoreline, it was Philippe Coutinho to put us 3-2 up and win us the game. We were already 1-0 up, but I was saying I wasn't feeling comfortable just being that one goal up, because Arsenal seem to be coming at us and starting to build confidence. But Philippe Coutinho has maybe just given us that security and put this game to bed. What a great signing he is showing to be already. Well, with 2 minutes to go, I'm pretty sure now Coutinho has helped us put this game to bed. Let's chase that down, Junior. Ball into El Shaarawy. And as El Shaarawy looks at breaking down the right side, the referee is going to blow for full time at Wembley Stadium. And we've won the FA Community Shield after beating Arsenal 2-0. Mane give us that 1-0 lead, and thankfully Coutinho in the 79th minute give us that last little bit of security that we needed to guarantee us the win. And Virgil van Dijk in the second episode of Season 3 is going to be lifting the second piece of silverware. The Asian League Cup ticked off, and the FA Community Shield is now going to be ticked off. Champione! Champione! Oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey. Well done, Liverpool. We have got a solid squad, guys. Kid you not. I am so confident and excited to be playing with this team in Season 3. And we're going to go, I think the 6 trophies, let me work this out. The pre-season Asian League Cup, the FA Community Shield, the UEFA Super Cup, Champions League, Premier League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup. There is 7 trophies up for grab this year. I want 7 out of 7. We've had 2 up for grabs so far, and we are 2 out of 2. Liverpool are the FA Community Shield winners. What an incredible game. When you guys see the stats, look at that. Look at that. Arsenal having plenty of the ball. They definitely turned up in the last 20-30 minutes without a doubt. But 15 shots, 9 on target. And wow, Nelson Semedo, who didn't even score. Did he get an assist? I'm guessing he must have got an assist. Yeah, Nelson Semedo. Oh yeah, he put the ball in, didn't he, for Mane's header. Nelson Semedo actually picks up man of the match with an 8.8 rating. So it's not even like any of our players got a 9 rating and picked up man of the match. Player rating wise, it didn't look like we played that great, but playing that game there in the highlights that you guys will have seen, we absolutely dominated Arsenal and just won the FA Community Shield. And we've now advanced all the way to the Burnley game on the 7th of August. It's our first Premier League game, and luckily enough for us, It's our first Premier League game at home. We are at Anfield, and I am looking forward to getting the season kicked off. But before we do that, we need to look over the squad. But more importantly, you guys need to see these emails because we have now offloaded 4 players. Are you ready? We have sold Karius to Inter Milan for 15.8 million, and we have received 13.5 into the transfer budget. We've sold Dominic Solanke for 14.8 to Southampton, and the board has allocated us 12.5. We've sold Danny Ings to Stoke City for 18. The board has allocated us 15.5. And the most important one, the one that needs to happen in real life, we have sold Lazar Markovic to Bournemouth. We sold him for 11.2 million, and the board has allocated us 9.5 million. So 4 big players departing the club there. And if we now go over to the office, look at that, £509.2 million. £500 million to spend with the transfer budget, which is an absolute madness. But as you guys know, we are going to be simulating. Unfortunately, I don't really want to simulate it too much because it's our first Premier League game. But we have to play Arsenal, and we definitely have to play Bayern in the UEFA Super Cup. So we are going to be simulating the game against Burnley. I was going to change the team up quite a lot, but then I realised I can't really do that. It's the first Premier League game, and I know in real life, every manager will be playing their best squad that's available. As long as that player is fit, they will be getting played. So as you can see, we have got our usual strong starting 11. We've got Sadio Mane out on the left wing, Roberto Firmino at striker, Salah out on the right wing, Gino Wijnaldum linking up with Naby Keita in the central midfield role. A little deeper, we got Fabinho in the central defensive midfield, and then Robertson and Van Dijk, Gomez and Trent at the back, with, of course, Alisson between the sticks. Trent has now made his way back to right back after unfortunately getting an injury in training. And without a doubt, every manager is not going to play a rotated team for that first game. And especially being at Anfield, we're at home, the home fans behind us, we definitely need to get a win. So we are going to have to simulate this game against Burnley. With the squad that we've got, I'll be absolutely gutted if we don't win this game. We should absolutely dominate them. And you can see we've got Jimenez, Talisca, The Ox, Coutinho, Junior, Sessegnon, and Timo Werner on the bench. But let's get these players warmed up. Let's get it kicked off. Come on, ref, blow your whistle. And there we go. Coming up to 5 minutes, nothing happened yet. 10 minutes in, still nothing. Trent picks up a yellow card in the 12th minute. Trent then scores 6 minutes later in the 18th. And Albrighton has responded in the 23rd and took it back to 1-1. Fabinho picks up a yellow card in the 38th. We're now into the second half. Come on, lads. Talisca on for Fabinho. It looks like we're going for it now. Robertson, the right back, has scored in the 60th minute. Come on, let's get a third. We need a third. 80 minutes in. Come on, don't leave it too late. Let's find a third. It's not going to happen. The referee is going to blow his whistle. But we do manage to win our first Premier League game against Burnley 2-1. And surprisingly, it's our left back and our right back that score. So my heart was in my mouth just a little bit because Trent, great, picked up a yellow card 6 minutes later, makes up for that by scoring in the 18th. But then Mark Albrighton scores 5 minutes later and brings it back to 1-1 against Burnley. I was panicking a little bit, and we did leave it a little bit too late. I would have liked to have scored in maybe the 40th minute or the 50th minute. But you know what? 40th, 50th, 60th, who cares? Robertson scored in the 60th. Our left and right back score, and we beat Burnley after 90 minutes. So happy days. What a great result. First win in the Premier League. And we should be up the top now. And up next, we have Bayern Munich in the UEFA Super Cup. So as usual, guys, I'll go over the emails. We'll just jump over and see what this email is about. Press conference. Nobody cares about that. I'll now advance all the way to the match day, guys. Sort out the squad. And we've now advanced all the way to the game against Bayern in the UEFA Super Cup. I was a little bit worried because only 5 days ago did we play Burnley, which means we've only had a 4-day rest in between the Burnley game and the Bayern game. I was a little bit worried that the starting 11 that I want to put out wouldn't be fully fit. But luckily enough for us, our usual strong starting 11 is fit and raring to go. We've got Sadio Mane out on the left wing, Roberto Firmino at striker, Salah out on the right wing, Gino Wijnaldum linking up with Naby Keita in the central midfield role. A little deeper, we've got Fabinho in the central defensive midfield, then Robertson and Van Dijk, Gomez and Trent at the back, with, of course, Alisson between the sticks. And I think I've just noticed that Fabinho has gone up from an 88 rated to an 89, so he is now our highest rated player alongside Salah. I do believe Coutinho's also an 89. I don't think he's a 90. But Bayern Munich are not a team to lie down. They're going to have an absolutely tremendous squad. From the player on the right there, I think that might be Otamendi. They must have bought him from Manchester City. But we know up top, they've got some very difficult players. We know they've got Koeman out on the left wing. We've got Gnabry out on the right wing. And we've also got Lewandowski through the middle. So it's not going to be an easy game. So we have to go out there with a game plan. And to be honest, the way the lads are playing right now, I have no doubt we can do a job against Bayern Munich. Another piece of silverware up for grabs. Well, we won the Champions League. Bayern Munich won the Europa League. Who is going to win the UEFA Super Cup though? They have got some unbelievable talent. I think they're going to have Hummels at the back from what I've seen there. They've got James Rodriguez in the middle. It's not going to be an easy one. Liverpool versus FC Bayern. Let's make this happen. Hummels is the man leading. They've got Manuel Neuer. Looks like Otamendi. Alaba, we nearly bought Alaba. They've got Kingsley Coman there. James Rodriguez. Lewandowski. And I'm not sure. I think it is actually Yannick Carrasco or Carrasso. And I think they did just buy him for like 50 million. And I think that is the man playing at their right or left wing. Yannick Carrasso, I think his name is. But it is going to be Bobby Firmino to get us kicked off in this first half against Bayern Munich. Let's get it underway. And let's hope we can lift the Super Cup at the end of today's episode. Win it now, there we go. Here's Fabinho coming forwards now. Fabinho over this far side now looking for Mo Salah. Inside now to Naby Keita. Back out now to Mo Salah. Mo Salah on his left foot. Goes near post and Manuel Neuer pulls off an acrobatic save and puts it out for a Liverpool corner. Into middle now for Fabinho. Laying it off now. Let's go through now to Mane. Come on Mane, let's go son. Here comes Mane. In behind. Sadio Mane. Why did he go with his left foot? I could have had Manuel Neuer there. I could have had him. If I'd have gone with my right foot, Manuel Neuer closed down that near post. I could have bent one towards that far post. Even if he'd got a touch to it, we had Salah and we had Bobby coming in at that back post to try and finish it. Come on, Virgil van Dijk, right before half time. So put this one home and put this game to bed at half time. Ball in, Manuel Neuer's there. Naby Keita. Let's go, Gomez. Let's go, Gomez. And there we go, as Lewandowski plays it back to James Rodriguez. The referee has blown for half time. It's 0-0, I would say, for 80-90% of that game, or that half, should I say. We've definitely been the better side. Yeah, they've had a lot more of the ball. But when it's come to shots and shots on target, we are definitely the dominant team right now. I'm quite happy to jump back into the second half. This is our strongest starting 11 for me to play with personally. I know a lot of people might think, well, Brad, you know, Gino Wijnaldum's only 82 rated. You could get someone better there. Play Coutinho, play the Ox. You know, you look at Gomez at the back, he's only 85. You could play Jimenez, who's 87. But for me, guys, it's not all about rating. It's the team that fits the best and I play the best with. Personally, I'd love Klopp to play with this team week in and week out. And from what I've seen online and on social media, so would a lot of Liverpool fans playing Naby Keita and Gini with Fabinho in there. Drop Henderson. But you know what? We've got to do something in this second half. Bayern Munich are the team to kick us off in this second half period. Let's get it underway. Edge of the box now. Get it. Don't let them get the shot off. Nicely done. Play it out and play it back. Nicely done. Fabinho. Through now to Mane. Mane to Bobby. Bobby going to fling one over the top now. And we're not going to get him behind Alaba there. And I think with that ball, we seem to be lacking that last ball. The last touch. The last ball through. And it is sadly coming from the midfield. So Gino Wijnaldum now coming off for Coutinho. And I'm also going to bring Anderson Talisca on for Naby Keita. I would like to bring the Ox on, but I feel like when it comes to Talisca, he's Brazilian. He's got a lot of flair. He's going to be alongside Coutinho. He's great at playing balls in. And if we do get a free kick, well, we've got 2 free kick masterclasses on the pitch. We've got Talisca and we've got Coutinho for now. I don't know if it is worth bringing Junior on to try and get in behind. I don't know if that could be the right move, and I'm going to take that risk. In Season 2, Junior loved cutting in on that right wing, getting it onto his left foot, and trying to put it home, and hopefully he can do just that. Mane's looking a little bit tired out on that left wing now, but you know what? We've got 23 minutes to go. We need to do something with it. And Gnabry is on the pitch now. And we've pulled Van Dijk out of position. Let's go, Van Dijk. Play it back, play it back, play it back. No, we've given it to Kingsley Coman. Oh, big save there from Alisson. Oh, I should have went back to keeper, but I changed my mind. And Kingsley Coman was there like a poacher, waiting to post that ball and put it in the back of the net. Well done, Alisson. He's kept us in this. Gnabry. Come on, Coutinho. Ball into the middle now. Let's play this out. Virgil van Dijk up to Coutinho. Let's go now, lads. Let's break out. Let's break out. Let's break out. Let's make it happen. Go on, Mane. Let's swing one over the top. Come on, Mane. You're there. I tell you what. I'm going to have Junior at the back post. Put a ball in now. Come on, Junior. Oh, Manuel Neuer has pulled off the save of the game. We've gone from one end of the pitch to the other, with the keepers pulling off two incredible game-ending saves. Let's win this ball. Ball over the top. Let's get there. Bobby nicely done. Coutinho down now to Mane. And as we look at breaking out, we are unfortunately going to have to take it to extra time. We're going to have to get into this first half extra time period and hope we can do something. Come on, Bobby. Let's get this kicked off. And let's do something with it, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let them put the ball in. Nicely done for Fabinho. And straight up now to Junior. Go into Bobby. Let's go that way instead to Coutinho and then slot in Mane. And if Mane's going to be onside, surely a sweaty to Junior. Yes, it's 1-0. Well, it took us to go to extra time. And it took an absolutely incredible counter-attack from the Red Men. But Neuer was very clever. He didn't commit to coming to Mane. Mane's ball wasn't the best to Junior. But Junior manages to touch it onto his left foot, who then drills it between the legs of Manuel Neuer and into the back of the net. It's 1-0. And we're into extra time. Keep it in, Robbo. There we go. Robbo straight up to Coutinho. Coutinho looking over now at Junior. And that is a beautiful ball in for Junior. What a touch from Vinicius Junior. And here he comes onto his left foot. And Junior makes it 2-0. Junior has made the difference. Junior will be the headlines in the Liverpool Echo tomorrow. What a touch from Junior. Brings the ball down beautiful. Gets the ball ahead of him so he can take off from Alaba. And Junior onto that lovely left foot that he does have. Just bends it out of the reach of Manuel Neuer. Between his arm and his leg. And into the back of the net. Junior runs off to celebrate. And within 5 minutes, Junior scored 2 and put us 2-0 up against Bayern Munich. What a result this is going to be. Over now to James Rodriguez. And the referee is going to blow for half-time in the first extra time period. They've got 15 minutes to pull this back. Personally, I don't think it's going to happen. And I think this game is over. We're just going to play this round. I don't think for 1 minute that Bayern Munich are going to be able to pull this back. But we may as well play it round at the back. Passing it between our defenders. Back to the keeper. And as we play it back to Alisson, we have been crowned UEFA Super Cup champions. It took us going to extra time, but it only took 5 to 6 minutes for Junior to score 2 and put this game to bed. Our first piece of European silverware.
Champions League, that's for sure, but a trophy is a trophy.
Unbelievable.
You might as well win it, and these players will enjoy
the Asian Elite Cup.
Picking up that trophy.
First piece of silverware, we won it. The FA Community Shield, the second piece of silverware, we won it. And the UEFA Super Cup, the third piece of silverware, oh, hey! And we've just won it. What a massive 2 episodes to start off season 3. Absolutely massive. And Virgil van Dijk within 5, 6, 7. Virgil van Dijk within 8 games has lifted 3 pieces of silverware. Well, we've got 7 trophies up for grabs. We've already done 3. Now the question is, can we get the other 4? The Premier League, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, and of course, the Champions League. We have an absolutely unreal squad. Unreal. And I did say, when I took Salah off and brought on Vinicius Junior, I said, this man can make the difference. Cutting in from the right onto his left foot. And that's exactly what he done twice against Manuel Neuer. Fully deserved to win that. 10 shots, 7 on target. Nice and consistent. Looking great stat-wise for us. Bayern had 3 shots, 3 on target. Very consistent. 100% shots on target. And they also had a little bit more of the ball. But realistically, that just means, as you guys know, when we had the ball, we done something with it. Vinicius Junior picking up 9.2 rating and man of the match. Fully deserved. And what an episode this has been. Right guys, and here we are back at the Central for the final time in today's episode. I have now advanced all the way to the match day against Watford for the first game in the next episode. I'm quite shocked there that Philippe Coutinho is stood next to the trophy. Why is Salah not there? Why is Mane not there? Why is Bobby not there? Junior. I don't understand why it's Coutinho next to the UEFA Super Cup. But nevertheless, it's Coutinho. I have told you guys that Coutinho was never going to come into Liverpool and straight away just walk into the team and get ahead of the starting 11 that we usually play. Because at the end of the day, in real life, he did start playing up with injury. He stopped playing for Liverpool. He didn't seem to want to play, constantly complaining about injuries, didn't want to play on the pitch, constantly going off injured when he did play. And it was one of those unfortunate things where he'd already set his heart on going to Barcelona. But how he must regret that now, because after Barcelona in the Champions League in real life beat us 3-0, we managed at Anfield to put 4 past them thanks to Divock Origi scoring 2 and Gino Wijnaldum to then go on and beat them 4-3 and go through to the final of the Champions League, where we will face off against Spurs on the 1st of June. I would have much rather us been against Ajax on the 1st of June, because imagine that, the Liverpool career mode, the Ajax road to glory, and in real life, we have Liverpool versus Ajax for the Champions League final. But you know what? We're against Spurs. I think we are the better team. We will definitely beat Spurs. I think Ajax would have been a much more fun and exciting game than playing Spurs. The lineup's not looking fully fit. Mane, Firmino, Gini, Fabinho, Robertson, Van Dijk, Gomez, Trent, even a little bit of Naby Keita, not fully fit. So we may have to overhaul the whole team and play a little bit of a rotated team against Watford. But you know what? We had our first game in the Premier League against Burnley. We won it. We had to simulate it, so it was out of our hands, but we managed to get the win. We've also won another 2 pieces of silverware, the FA Community Shield and the UEFA Super Cup. And that means we've now won 3 pieces of silverware, only 2 episodes into Season 3. So what an incredible episode this has been, and what an incredible season I am hopeful this will be, because it's been an incredible start, and hopefully only things will get better. But that is going to do it for today's episode, guys. And if you have enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below. If you're new around here, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. And I've been Massive Brad. Peace out.